Hey there, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to a video by Maya, and the video is entitled "Fight the Immigration Officer at Togo Border Because I Refuse to Pay Bribe." This is like really so crazy, I like to show like the good side of Africa, I like to show the good side of Norway, but things like this also happen in Africa, and this like so crazy because like being from West Africa, we're supposed to have like this free movement of people because we all have like the ECOWAS. We're part of the ECOWAS, So technically, if you leave from Ghana to go to like Nigeria, technically you should just come at the airport, show your passport, pass, and nobody should ask you any question, and nobody should like do anything to you, But like people they are like so corrupt, They try to like always take money from people, Like this is like really so sad. But enough of the mumbling. Let's get into the reaction and see what happened.
My goal on this channel is not to make any African country look bad, but the goal of this channel is to promote every single African country in a positive light to the world. The goal of this channel is to encourage more Africans to travel within their own continent, because I believe that Africa belongs to Africans and it's time for Africans to cherish it. But sometimes the struggles of an African trying to explore their own continent breaks my heart. Things like this that happens at our borders always breaks my heart. I've been deported in an African country. I have been arrested in an African country. I don't know when at all will an African love himself, because if you treat me bad, you are treating your own self bad.
I don't know. For me, like I don't see about like African not loving themselves, I just see it as people being so corrupt, like trying to get like few bucks from people all the time to like try to like say, oh, I got this money from you, blah blah blah. But it's like really so bad, man. Like people need to stop being like this, Why should somebody using a European passport should find it easier to like travel to Kenya, or to find it easier to travel to like South Africa, or to find it easier to travel to Egypt than like an African trying to travel to like another African country, It makes no sense, Europeans about themselves, they have like free movement of people, Like European citizen, if your country is part of the Schengen, you go wherever you want to go. Free movement of people, there is nobody stopping you, I don't know why we Africans up to now we still do things like this. We still have like borders that doesn't make sense, Like it's really so crazy, Because of all those borders, like they don't stop people smuggling, they don't stop people like doing illegal things, Their only concern is like to like extort people, to take money from people. It's like really so sad.
Because we are just one people. I wonder why we are just one people, but borders like this keeps on separating us. Can I ask you a question? You don't think we need to change this as Africans?
Change what?
I'm from Ghana, yeah? I'm going to a neighboring country, which is Togo, and I have to pass through so many documentation before I cross.
On your way back,
yeah,
stop by and have this conversation, because you will be depressed. I'm telling you.
I'll be depressed going in.
You'll be depressed going from here to cross the Ghana-Togo side and cross the Togo-Benin side, and on your way back.
When she said that, I thought she was joking. But believe me or not, it's more than a nightmare.
It tells a pitiful story of who we are. That we can continue blaming colonialists for all we want, but they've been gone for so long. We need to wake up and smell the coffee.
Thank you.
We need to wake up. All these seemingly kind of handcuff things that we are doing business in against ourselves. It's depressing, really.
I'm not saying like the British Empire or the French Empire didn't like put people in like a really bad situation, like most African countries, But still also, like right now, this guy is a Ghanaian. He's trying to go to Togo. He's not British. He's not French. Why aren't they like welcoming him? Why are they trying to steal money from him? Because I can guarantee if there was a white man, they would like be like, oh yes sir, come, let's go, blah blah blah. They would like treat them with like even more respect now. Our people sometimes is like really so weird, man.
Truly depressing. Look, I'm willing to break a few protocols speaking the way I'm doing, because it's dear to my heart. I'm a member of the committee that ECOWAS has set up to look at the reparation of stolen goods of Africa. And we had a meeting in Benin. and I went as a guest of ECOWAS. You have no idea. Even as guest of ECOWAS, I thought that we could do better, and we can't do better. The excuses are too much.
It is too much. People should actually do better, you know.
They all go and sit down in ECOWAS on our behalf. I expect them to do better than they are doing. I expect our leaders, our presidents, I expect all of you to do better than you're doing. You owe it to us as your citizens, and we are demanding that you do right by us. Pure and simple. Pure and simple.
Thank you for this.
Oh, yes, yeah. You
Because
have to get
I've been
down,
advocating for free movement on Africa for quite a long time.
I mean, look at Europe. Look at Europe. Look at America.
Borderless.
Can you imagine?
51 countries.
And here,
state,
just because I speak a different foreign language, what the language that binds 4 countries, Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria, the language that binds us is Ava. There are people who speak my language in Nigeria, so they are.
This is like so true, you know, like they are talking about Ghana and Togo right now, but like me being from Sierra Leone, you know, it's like the same thing when you're going to Guinea, you know. It's like the same thing when you're leaving from Guinea to come to Sierra Leone, you know, like it's like really so crazy. Like this border official, like I feel like they just want to stop people, you know, like it's like really so crazy, you know. Because like if you look at Guinea, right? You have like Mandinka, you have the Mandinka in Guinea, you have the Sierra Leone, you have the Fulanis, you have the Sierra Leone, you have some like the Koranko people in Sierra Leone, you have them in Guinea, you know, you have the Va in Liberia, you have them in Sierra Leone, and then you have the Mende, you have them in Liberia also, you know. So like it's like basically the same people, you know. So like I don't get why people like, oh, you have to like pay this money, you know, like the worst thing, they don't even ask for like too much money, you know, like they ask for like almost nothing. I don't know if it's like the government not paying the people properly. That's why they like need to steal money from people to like try to like make ends meet, or maybe their salary are too low. But whatever the problem is, it's like really so bad, you know. Because when people travel to other country, you know, like that person spend money. Imagine you have a country, your country have like 10 people in it, you know, for example, you know. And then like every month you have like 5 extra people come to your country as a tourist, you know. Those 5 people who are coming, they are bringing their money from their country to come and spend in your country, you know. So that means like your country become more profitable, you know. Your country will make more money from those people who are coming in, you know. So I don't see why you should like stop people, you know. In reality, you should like all be encouraging people. Oh, come to my country, you know. We have the best hotels, you know. Oh, come to my country, you know. We have the best beaches, you know. Come to my country, you know. We have like this festival, you know. We have that, you know. But people like, it's really so sad, man. It's really so sad.
Members of the committee that ECOWAS AU has set up, and currently I am the interim chair of the ELVA Commission. The ELVA Commission has 4 countries in it, and all of us have that common language. Why the heck should the foreign language matter? Just because I can't speak French, they have to terrorize me and make me feel so bad? And just because they can't speak English, we have to terrorize them and make them feel bad? We need to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. This is mental slavery.
This is indeed a mental slavery.
Totally agree.
And I wish Africans can understand that we are just one people, that we're divided by borders. And it's about time we start loving ourselves as a nation.
There's no reason. Look, there's a young lady here called Sophie. She makes the best yam fufu. We don't eat cassava and plantain.
Yeah.
We eat yam fufu.
Yeah.
Even if I want to go and eat Sophie's fufu, I have to go through a lot of protocol to go and eat fufu. I'm an obiambade. And they may be a via could go in a little mokwa. Yeah, protocol normal. Balaka, why? Same people, same language, same food, same dance, same everything.
Culture. But we've been divided by this border.
This thing.
They suffer for years.
I feel like sometimes we Africans were like really holding ourselves back, but I feel like sometimes maybe it's like the lack of education, so people don't know what's happening in the other country, you know. But this is like really so sad.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm wonderful. We're not wonderful. We're being delayed here at the border.
This lady's like, we're not wonderful. We are being delayed here at the border.
They're having us come in there. I became a Ghanaian citizen, and I got my ECOWAS card. Now, what are they doing?
Right.
They're not letting us across.
I don't even know, because even me, they're holding me. I'm serious. They're holding me.
How is that possible?
It's see, it's possible. They are holding with a Maya. I love the fact that the diasporans are connecting back to the motherland, and it's time for the government of Africa to create a system that really support the diasporans coming back home. Because whenever they come back home, they want to feel at home because they've been through a lot in the diaspora. You don't expect them to be going through racism in the diaspora, and when they come back to Africa, they go through discrimination.
And tribalism also, like it's like really so fucked up, man. It's like really so bad. Excuse my language, but it's like really so bad. Like imagine, like these people, like some of them, like their family left Africa like maybe 400 years ago. They came back. Oh, we're gonna like go back to Africa. We're gonna go back to the motherland. And then they are gone back to the motherland. They got a visa, and then they're trying to like cross the border, go and visit another country. Like somebody trying to steal from them. It is like really so difficult to travel in Africa. Like.
This is what we're trying to avoid if we are telling our brothers and sisters to come back home. So most of you will be wondering what really happened. This is our flower border. I was on my way to Benin to go for the Voodoo Festival that is happening in Weda. I hope we are not going to Weda. Are you going to Weda?
Why?
So we are going for the festival?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So as a Ghanaian with ECOWAS passport, I need to just cross the border with no issues by just getting my stamp. I had all the documents for my car and everything, but that alone, we had to spend over 1 hour at the Ghana border, which I think it was even way smoother. It's just that the process was a bit tedious.
Oh my God, every day, like this year alone, right? I've driven to Sweden like more than 30 times, And like within those 30 times, like nobody have ever stopped me, Because like, like the Swedish and Norwegian people understand, like even though we have two different countries, but still we are like almost like the same people, we have almost the same language, And we know like we are all part of the Schengen, so in reality, you only have to do like random security check, but you don't have to like stop people every time you try to steal money from them, I feel like sometimes with the cause of our own problem, to be honest with you,
This whole process is frustrating, man. Like we spent our 1 hour already, and nothing is happening. We had to go stamp our passport. We stamp our passport from the Ghana part. We have to go register the car. We've done that already. Now they are saying that we cannot move if we don't show them the paper. So it's like he has the thread over there, you see. So he's arguing like what's going on. This guy is like he needs a paper before he allows him to pass. But I've already taken the paper from us already. Like we are in Africa, yeah, and we're struggling. Like this is mental slavery, man. But right after that, that is when all the wahala happened, when we're trying to get a stamp from the Togo border just to enter Togo, then from Togo to Benin. So now we're done with the Ghana side. We are about to face another wahala at the Togo side. This is crazy, man. Huh?
What does it say?
According to the law, citizens of members of countries of economic, the ECOWAS have the right to travel. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but what are they telling you?
That you got to pay. But it's saying that they're saying that
no
they
receipt.
can't enforce it.
No receipt.
They can't enforce
receipt.
it.
How can you say you like have a policy but you cannot enforce it? It's not your job to enforce it. It's your job is like to make sure like when the people say like free movement of people, like make sure people travel freely and safely in like a safe manner. It's not your job to be like, oh, this policy I don't like it, so I'm not gonna enforce it. It's not up to you. You don't make the law. Your job is to carry out the law, but not to like decide what is the law and not the law. It's crazy actually.
They're saying they cannot enforce it.
Okay, so we are also going to check it out right now, and then I will let you know what happens, man. So how much did you pay?
0.
You didn't pay. Apparently, at the Togo border, they will not stamp your passport if you don't give them 2,000 CFA. Did they actually offer?
How much even is like 2,000 CFA? I'm guessing that's not even a lot of money. Let me even see. Like 2,000 CFA to USD. Oh my God, it's not even $5. It's not even $5. These people, they are like so shameful, man. It's not even $5. Man, like these people, they are like so shameful. It's not even $5. That's why they like fighting with people at the border, giving their country a very bad name on the internet. It's
Money.
Yes.
So did you pay for it?
Yes.
Some of you paid.
No receipt.
No receipt.
Even with
the ECOWAS.
Even with the ECOWAS.
Then I have to challenge that I'm not going to pay because I have an ECOWAS passport.
I'm sending your picture to Mama Vera.
Oh, do that. Okay. Which I have no problem paying the 2,000. But the problem that I had, the fact that they said no receipt for paying 2,000 francs. I was there and I saw a lot of people queuing.
like this thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I know like these people, like some of them, they don't really make a lot of money, like those borders officials and stuff like that. I know like their salary is like really so low. I swear to God, like if you like look me in my eyes plain blank and I'm like, you know what? Things are not easy right now. I mean, things are hard on me, But like, oh, welcome to, like just be nice to people, like welcome to Cameroon, things is not easy. Or welcome to Togo, for example, things are not easy. I mean, blah, 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 I need some help, You want to help me with something? If I have the money, I'd rather give it to you, But don't like try to like steal from people, I swear to God, this happened to me even when I went to Uganda. Uganda is and Sierra Leone is like visa free or visa on arrival. But when I went there, one of the biggest officials at the airport, he like literally stole $50 from me because at the time I wasn't aware. I thought I had to pay for visa on the airport. They make me to pay $50, Then on my way back, I realized like, I didn't have to pay for visa, It's so sad, man.
People are waiting to pay the 2,000. Those who don't have 2,000 get stuck at the border. I don't understand this. Like this is the Togo embassy, the Togo border, and they are telling us that we have to pay 2,000 for each passport, and you don't pay, we are not stamping your passport. And when you stamp your passport, no receipt. But according to the ECOWAS law, if you have an ECOWAS passport, it's okay for you to pass through.
And we're not having any member country for up to 90 days. They have been subject to any form of harassment, nor must they pay for a residential permit.
You are breaking the law. You are breaking. So now we finished.
This is crazy. And she's like, I'm not going to take your passport if you don't give me 2,000. The meal. Why the meal? Will you give me receipt for the meal? Wow. They saw me narrating what happened on camera, and all of them were super scared. And they grabbed my camera.
They're scared because they know what they are doing is corrupt, So they try to like, give them the camera to make you afraid. Like these people, they are crazy, man.
And that caused the chaos. I had to fight for myself because even the Ghana immigration border were saying that, Maya, I'm so sorry, I wish I can help you, but what happens in Ghana stays in Ghana, and what happens in Togo stays in Togo. So he has no power. So I had to hold my camera, stand firm, and I said, I'm not giving you this camera today, not tomorrow.
Madam, stop that. This is the same problem that
Yes,
they thought you've taken a video. That's why you are
the same
problem.
They are solving the problem.
This like really so sad, man. Especially for like these people who came from like the States, like they travel like all this long distance to come to be in Africa, and then they are being treated like this, Like what kind of experience are they having here, Do you think they will want to come back? I hope people like, I feel like sometimes Africans like, I feel like sometimes we don't think, like, what is like $3, Damn, bro, like this is like really so bad. I don't know if it's like lack of education. I don't know if it's like lack of like sympathy for people, I don't know if it's like lack of better pay, but this is like really so bad, man. Imagine all these people who are trying to enter into like this Benin, right? Into Togo, I mean. Imagine how much money they're going to spend when they get into Togo, They're going to hire like a car for transport. They're going to pay for hotels. They're going to buy food while they are there. They're going to buy souvenirs, But you say now because they cannot give you $3 to put in your pocket, so you cannot allow them to get into this country, Imagine how much money you are wasting from the economy, I feel like people don't have common sense actually, It's like, I'm actually really so irritated because like stuff like this are happening to me a lot when I'm traveling in West Africa, But like, it's really so sad.
Talk to
We
them.
don't think
They
that.
said because of the video, that's why they're called to serve.
No. We're talking about our rights. We're not talking about any video. We're talking about our rights. Charge the people who already have ECOWAS cards.
We've already talked about it.
They should not
so
they
now,
should let our sister out, and they should let everybody. We have elders here. You people are extorting money from elders. Yes, I'm 78 years old. You ask me for money, and I've been a Ghanaian citizen for a long time. We're all one people. Y'all need to stop that nonsense. You are no better than us. We are no better than you. We are one people.
And make them feel like they're discriminating against the people, why they are just being greedy, So like now you imagine you left like the US, or Europe, you go to Africa to be amongst the people, so you don't experience like discrimination or racism, and like literally like one idiot is like doing the same thing to you because like he's trying to like steal money from you, like it's people are stupid, bro. People are so stupid.
You got to stop the ignorance. You need to stop that ignorance. Who taught you that nonsense? They're not what parent taught you that nonsense? They think they're friends.
But listen, the reason why we do such videos is to change what happens at our border posts. I'm not here to make any country look bad, but I believe that the president of Togo and the president of ECOWAS, I mean the chairperson of ECOWAS, who happens to be my president, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa, I think something must be done at this Aflao border, because to so many people, they are scared of using that border.
But I feel like all over, like, oh my God. Try traveling from Sierra Leone to Guinea, oh my God. Like, it's like one of the craziest experiences ever, like, trust me, it is better for people to just smuggle you and then you escape the border instead of you going through the official border, It is really so annoying,
So in order to resolve the chaos, I was called into another room by the director of the immigration officers. I think he's really a great man.
It's not a great man, it's like they're encouraging the problem, Like, why can you go and reprimand those people trying to like steal money from them, Because like those people want to collect the money, I'm sure he's gonna get his own cut also, like that's how things work, like, if you don't know.
He resolved the issue peacefully.
Yes, and there's no pictures being taken.
I'm not taking you.
Whilst we're trying to resolve the issue peacefully, I saw my fellow sisters right behind the gate chanting, "Let him go, let him go."
Go! Let him go!
This got me emotional to see Africans living in the diaspora fighting on my behalf on the right cause, because this is what we need as Africans. We all need to
imagine the irony, like we grew up in the same place, but then somebody who came from outside, they're the one defending me instead of you being the one to defend me, This, oh my God. Like, I feel like, like we put a lot of blames on white people because of colonialism and stuff like that. I know, like, I'm not saying like what they did was right, but I'm saying like most of our problem also we have to like look in the mirror and see what we are doing as a people, because that's really so crazy, man.
Together and fight what is wrong. For me, I'm being a scapegoat just for the next people that will be traveling to Togo. I don't want them to pay that 2,000 francs. I think it's not even Togo this is happening. From Togo to Benin border, or even Benin to Togo border, or whatever, any border that you know. Let me know your experience in African borders, because we need to change this with this video. That's why I'm pleading with you all. Share this video on any platform that you can and tag anyone that you think needs to see this video, because this must change now. We have to speak up no matter what. Yeah, we have to speak up no matter what. Hi, good to see you. Wow, good to see you.
Glad we came in.
Thanks for
came in
support.
handy. Yeah.
I have an army. Wow. I still can't believe that in 2023, an African needs to spend more money to explore their own continent. If I say more money, you have to spend more money on flights, more money on your accommodation, more money by bribing officials to get your way into another African.
It's really so crazy. It is like so true, my dream in life, one of my dreams in life is like to travel to like almost all the African countries, But like traveling in Africa is like so expensive. It's not just expensive, it's like so stressful, Imagine like you can like literally like drive from Norway in less than 1 day. You can be like all the way in Spain.
When at all will an African will be liberated? When at all will an African from Ghana will just pack his bag and say that I'm going to Togo without being exploited? When at all, as a young African, can sit in a train from Ghana and say that I'm going to Benin to explore another African country? Sometimes I wonder if the AU still exists. I wonder if the ECOWAS even functions. I wonder if the SADC region listens to the youth of Africa. I sometimes don't get it. Most of the time, if I come in here to advocate for borderless Africa, it's not because I'm going mad. It's not because I'm doing this for personal gains. As an African traveling in Africa to promote Africa to the world, certain things are obstacles, and I wish to see more Africans exploring their own African country without all these restrictions. I'm speaking straight from the heart because we've had enough. Enough is enough. I don't know if African leaders watch my video, but do me a favor. If you're watching this video, I want you to like this video, share this video, tag any African leader, because enough is enough. What happened to the African passport? What happens to an African getting visa on arrival as soon as he enters into another African country? Africa belongs to Africans and no one else. Can you believe that someone from Northern America can come to Africa without a visa, yet an African from Africa cannot even travel from one African country without visa?
That is like so sad, but it's also like so true, you know, like now me having like a European passport is like so much easier for me to travel in Africa than with the African passport, you know. That is just nuts, you know. Like, where else would that happen in the world, you know? Imagine when you have an African passport, you want to apply for a visa to come to Europe. Do you know how long time it takes you to apply, you know? Like, but I feel like our own people, you can go online today, you know? You apply for visa, boom, you get it right there, you know? Because you have the European passport. And I feel like we don't respect each other, you know? That's like the biggest problem I see, like, African. We don't respect each other, and then we don't respect ourselves also, you know? It's like...
Why are we our own enemies? I think we need to start having such conversations on the continent because we are tired. If I want to marry from Kenya, it's okay. I should just wake up one day and go to Kenya and get a wife without any restrictions. These borderless are not our own creation. It was not created to benefit an African. It was created by a colonizer, yet the colonizers are gone, but still, Africans leading the continent are not ready to change this seamless border that we see every single day.
And as I was telling another gathering, you know, these borders, and I also mentioned to my brother, these borders that you create silos for yourselves amongst, you must always remember, are not your creation.
That is so true, you know. Like, you didn't even create the borders you're fighting over, you know.
These were creations of people outside of this continent who made these borders not to develop you, but to extract from
and like
you.
Separate you also, you know.
Now that you want to develop yourself, we must start looking at these borders, and we must start removing the barriers that we have put, that have defined us in the past, and now hinder us from being the giant that we should be.
It's super sad. I mean, if you want to do business in Africa, business is not done in a vacuum. You cannot trade within a vacuum. It's people who trade. So movement of people is what we call trading.
You need each other, and you need to support each other. And as I always state, you are not competitors. And I think the big mistake we have made is by making each other competitors. We are not competing. We have yet to satisfy our respect.
I don't know why, you know, like everybody, like, I know like that, this is gonna be crazy to say, but I know like people like complain so much about colonialism and stuff like that, but they only like focus on the bad thing. Why can't you learn from the Europeans, you know? Like Switzerland, when it comes to banking, they are the ones in Europe, you know? When it comes to like the financial industry, when it comes to like the stock market, you know, boom, it's London, you know. When it comes to like manufacturing, it's Germany, you know. When it comes to like oil production, it's Norway, you know. When it comes to like high-end electronic, it's Sweden, you know. So like in a way, like, you know, like every country shouldn't be like in competition over like each other, you know. You guys are not competing against each other, you know. You take something, you specialize in it, the other person takes something, they specialize in it, and you guys trade off each other, and then you both benefit, you know. Simple, you know. But our people, I don't get it, man. It's so sad.
Markets. Our problem is that we are not working closer together
Yes.
to meet the demands that our people have.
Final message to everyone watching this video.
Yes.
I know.
Tell them something.
We should be able to pass through Africa freely as black people, period. We don't have to stop at borders. We came all the way across the water to get here. We do not have to cross borders like this and pay every single time. That's my final word to you.
But I would like to say we all have our proper ID. We should not have to stay here at the Ghana border. And we're all Ghanaians. We should be able to pass on to the Togo border.
How long have you been here?
We've been here for over
2 hours. And if we have our papers in order,
That is like the sad part for me, you know. Like if you don't have the right documents, like understandable, you know. But like people have the right papers, but still they are still being delayed, you know. Man, like you see, like me, if I was in power, people like this, I just fire them, you know. I swear to God, you know, and not just fire them and make sure like you fire them with consequences, also, you know, because a lot of people do things like this in Africa, but nothing comes from out of it, you know, because they feel like, oh, you know, I'm the police, you know, I'm the baller guy, you know, like I'm like the toll officer, you know, so like I'm above the law, you know, but like things like these, like make sure like they are not just stopped, they are fired, but they are also punished, you know. The next person gonna come and replace them and take the job. They're not gonna make the same mistakes now.
we shouldn't have to stop here on this end as opposed to waiting until we get to Togo. What's the purpose of the ECOWAS card?
What is the purpose?
What is the purpose?
Man, like this video, if I'm being honest with you, like it really make me so sad, you know, like I feel like Africa, we have like so much potential, but like small things like this, you know, like people like stopping people who came from like all the way overseas, you know, to come and like spend their money in Africa. They are like literally like traveling for another country to go to your country to go and spend their money, you know. But you, because you want like $2-3, you know, you like so blind to see like, oh, I don't have to like inconvenience these people. I should like welcome them because they are like my first impression into like the Togolese culture, but you're trying to steal from them. It's like really so sad. You know, I hope like all those people who was in this video, like I hope they fire them, you know, like from the director all the way down, you know, not just fire them, but fire them and punish them, you know, because I feel like Africans sometimes we don't like ourselves, you know. We're not honest with each other, you know. If it was gonna be a white person, maybe they were even gonna treat them way better like than how they treat those people here, you know. It's like really so sad. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, remember to like it. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.